Well, starting the record session, hitting the record button, seconds after doom scrolling, has got me in an interesting headspace. I was scrolling, and there was a lot of, on my feed, there was a protest, a violent one, and then another violent protest in Israel. So, one here over homelessness and in people's rights, and in Israel about war and people's rights. So, I wanted to talk about me and artistry, and now my mind is focused on being a better person and a better version of me. Am I allowed to feel sad for my own life? There are goals that I haven't reached. The living situation I am in, I live with my father, and I am dependent on him. And I'm smart enough to be on my own, and I guess I'm just sad about that. I'm afraid. I think it's okay for me to say that. Should I be posting this on the public? Should or should not? It's all just life. And that's generic to say. That's just my way of saying fuck the anger, fuck the fear. I'm someone who grew up under an interesting household. There was a lot of drinking, a lot of poor coping skills and abilities. And for the past 5 years of my 31, I have been really wanting and trying to figure things out, to varying degrees of success. When I first started therapy, I swear, I felt like I met God in my therapist, Zora. I felt like she was an angel and rescued me. And she was. The second year of therapy, that's when the confusion started to settle. I had cried out what I needed to cry out, and was starting to focus on the next steps. And then 3 and 4 were varying. Year 3, I was trying things, and they really weren't working out, and then I got angry at Zora, and I was like really taking it out on her, and she let me know. She let me know that what I was doing was not right. And then year 4, I started to appreciate myself for the growth that I had. And now I'm in the same, I won't use the word same. I'll say I am in a familiar spot. I had been working DoorDash for the last maybe year and a half, maybe 2 actually. And now I'm in the same spot, jobless. And I don't like to feel like I'm not contributing. That's not what I'm about. I contribute. And right now I'm not able to contribute, and that really pisses me off. So I'm going to use that anger, and it's going to fuel me to do some things. It's just really tough. It's really tough to make it in America. People come from other countries thinking that they can chase the American dream. If I were you, I would just stay. I would make it work where you're at. Because coming to America, the dream, it's a lot harder to reach than you think. So, with that happy thought, I'm going to continue recording, making this a video. I'm going to upload it. And I'm just going to pretty much do whatever I want because there are no rules. And I'm going to talk about whatever I want because I do have thoughts as I flush the toilet on my life. The thing is, I have thoughts, and then when I hit the record button, all those thoughts go away. Because I then put a pressure on myself to have to say something. A little. It's hard for me to want to talk and voice my thoughts and concerns about the state of the world and shit. Because it is such a complicated thing. So I guess it's worth it for me to voice my thoughts and opinions if for no other reason than just hearing a perspective like mine. Listen, these jobs like janitor, right? These jobs that are kind of demeaning. And I can already hear people being like, it's not demeaning to be a janitor. Yeah. You're trying to be nice, alright? What I'm trying to do is spit some real shit. Spit the facts. No one ever has grown up saying, I dream of being a janitor. Never. It's demeaning work. Has anyone ever grown up saying, oh, my dream is to become a waiter? No. I repeat, it's demeaning work. And this country sells us on this belief. Well, if you work hard, you'll make it. And they like to point to other people and they're like, see, they did it, they made it, you can too. Why don't you clean your own shit? That's what the, I forget what state it was. I forget what state it was. The garbage people, the people who pick up your trash once a week, every week. They protested. And then the trash started lining up in the streets. It's demeaning work. And speaking from my perspective, having had a mother who did that, and let's be real, a lot of immigrants can say that we've had family members for generations who've had to do that kind of work. I know it's not just my mother in my family. Other people in my family have had to do that kind of work. It sucks that we have to do that kind of work. Pick up your own shit. There should be a program for people who can pick up those jobs. You can only work these jobs for maximum 3 years. And in those 3 years, you're going to have to check in with I don't know, with like your therapist. Like, first of all, you have to have a therapist working these jobs. Licensed clinical social worker. And then you have to be checking in with them because you're only going to be able to work this job for 3 years. The trade-off is that you're going to have a lot of mobility within that job. Like, you're going to be able to set your schedule because you're picking up people's shit. And it's hard work. Now I'm speaking idealistically. At one point, things that we feel that we have now, that we take for granted, they were idealistic at one point.